Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is Book 2, Chapter 12, titled Journey to Ba Sing Se, Part 1, The Serpent's Pass. Oh, that was a long-ish title and a Part 1, so we're getting into a two-parter here is what I'm thinking at least. And the last one ended with Aang kind of losing it because they still haven't gotten Appa back. At least they know where he is, or they know that he is heading towards Ba Sing Se. So that's something at least. But just that image of Katara holding Aang and trying to calm him down, and just him being in a state of mind where it's, yeah, we don't like to see him this way. So hopefully they are going to be able to cheer him up and then find Appa, and then everything's gonna be all well, and they can continue on the path and the journey to, teach Aang what he needs to be taught and defeat the Fire Nation and all of that good stuff. But first, we need to get Appa back at least and see what's going to happen in this one. But do you have anything you want to dive into before we start the episode?
Yes.
Yes.
I have recently had a wisdom tooth removed, so I am speaking a little bit funny. I'm probably looking a little bit funny. I can't open my mouth too wide, and yeah, there's a lot of things. It hurts, everything. So yeah, just know that that's the reason I look a little bit more uncomfortable than usual. And I think about now I always look uncomfortable because there's always something wrong with me, but I think it's a little bit more pressing today.
Yeah, it's still sore from.
Yeah, and I drool a lot, so that's great.
All right, well, let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions for Avatar, The Last Airbender, and all the other shows that we are doing on our Patreon page. The link is down in the description below. And let's go. So that was part 1 of the journey to Ba Sing Se, the Serpent's Pass. That was some episode. Whoa, they're just getting, I don't know, like almost better and better. Like this season is just, it keeps evolving and improving almost. And not that, it wasn't good before, but it's just, yeah, man, I'm really, really enjoying it. And I really enjoyed all the themes in this one and the returning characters. And yeah, wow. Just that whole thing about not losing hope and not getting all jaded and bitter, and the thing that Katara said to Aang, that is just, it's so, yeah, she's so right. It's, of course, it's hard and it's not easy to care and to hope and to try and be a good person and all of that, but that shouldn't scare you away from doing so. It shouldn't make you close yourself off to your feelings and all that. It's important that you still hold on to it no matter how painful it is. And we had Sokka being at first very overprotective towards Suki, then learning later on that she actually, came with them or went with them to protect him and the others while they were, going through the Serpent's Pass. And just that thing where, at first he didn't really let himself be happy in the sense that, she's obviously still smitten with him and she's been missing him, and she told him outright, even though he kind of totally misunderstood that at first because, well, he is Sokka. But he's thankfully he still ended with the realization that I can move on, I can be happy, and hopefully him and Suki, they will meet up again and actually be able to be together, because that's I hope that's an option at least going forward. And even though he lost someone that he cared about and was falling in love with at the North Pole, you can still move on. You don't have to close yourself off once again.
No, let a little hope into your life.
Yes, that's a very good way of saying it. And someone who's also maybe letting a little bit of hope into his life is Zuko. Or at least, he knows now that the best path to walk is not the path of solitude all the time. Like, you do need help and you need others and you need to be willing to accept that. And well, Jet even realized that, or he's always been part of a group and everything, or as long as we've known him. But it at least seems like he's like, I've made some mistakes. I've hurt people and stuff like that. So we are moving in a new direction to do some good, and also to give people some hope again. And yeah, hope was just it was a big part of this episode. And it didn't even have any big consequences, them stealing the food, or at least not right now. And I was curious if they were going to divide it amongst the rest of the refugees on the ship, or if they were going to keep it for themselves. But it seems like they did hand it out to the others as well. So that is good that they're not just being all egotistical about it.
That's very easy to do. Like you set a goal and you say that it's like to help other people, and then when you reach it, you actually just don't keep that promise.
Yeah, or at least not improving the situation for the people that deserve it or needs it, or like Jet did before. Like we know, him and his group, they didn't really have the people's interests at heart, so to say. They were getting more focused on themselves and everything. So yeah, it's just seems like everybody learned a lesson in this one. And then, of course, as always, there were a lot of levity. And in this one, a lot of it was supplied by Tough, which I just I love her character so much.
She's a sassy little character, huh?
She's a sassy little character. But she did show some gratitude and like a side of her that we maybe haven't really seen that much of, when she thought that Sokka rescued her, and she was like, "Oh, Sokka, thank you so much," and kiss on the cheek and everything. And then she found out that no, that was Suki, and then she was like, "Just let me drown now."
Just let me drown in my own embarrassment.
Yeah. And then we got to the end. Aang flying towards the wall with Momo. Big ass wall, by the way. Wow. But didn't, get to Ba Sing Se because he spotted a huge drill-looking machine thing. And that's apparently what the Fire Nation, that's what they've been working on. And was it Sokka who said they've been working on something big? Or was that Suki? That was Suki, yeah, right. So that's what they've been working on, to get through the walls of Ba Sing Se, the last big stronghold. And it seems like it's one of the only places where people can feel safe, because there's so many refugees heading towards.
Yeah, I don't understand that part, and I've been thinking about it for a long while, and that's also why I kind of knew that something would be up when Aang was flying up the wall, and I was like, what's he gonna find? Because I just felt like if everybody is like walking towards this place, it's like there must be a limit for just how many people they can house.
Yeah, or save, or yeah.
Yeah, and it just felt like it was too much, and we of course also know from previous that this city is basically unbreachable, but that's why they're building a huge drill so they can
finally breach it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be exciting and a bit. Don't know what to expect coming up in the next one, in part 2. Journey to Ba Sing Se part 2 is what I'm thinking. Don't know the other title or the second title. Yeah, either way, this was just a very, very, very good episode with a lot of great themes, as I said, and it had the emotional punch, and it also had the levity and some action. And yeah, it's just all of these episodes right now are just firing on all cylinders, and love it. But do you have anything else?
No.
No? All right. Then that's going to do it for this reaction review of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 2, Chapter 12, The Serpent's Pass. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.